Hey everybody, what's going on? It's be your girl, the Church Lady Reed Show. I'm on here just briefly, just to speak real quick to check on you guys and to see how everyone is doing this very beautiful morning. To let everyone know that this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice in it. I am so grateful to God for blessing me to actually have another day. Hold on, you guys. I thank God for blessing us with another day. And, I just want us to be glad and to rejoice. I want to say hello to everybody in the chat. Let me see if I can turn the chat on. Okay. But I just want to say hello and welcome to everybody. And I just want to let you guys know that I'm going to be trying to come up with a couple of things on this channel, which direction I want to push this channel towards us doing and finding maybe Amber Alerts and things like that concerning little children and things of that. I want to focus on us, being the voice of children. Like, I definitely want us to have a reasoning for being here, a reasoning and a purpose for gathering on this platform. Most definitely. I'm not coming on here to be going back and forth or any of that type of stuff. So, anyway, I just want everybody to know that this is the day that the Lord has made. Rejoice and be glad in it. And also remember that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. That no matter what anyone says to you or about you, you hold your power. You hold your destiny. You don't have to respond to every little thing people say about you. Let your light and let your fruit speak for themselves. That does not necessarily mean that you have to be perfect. Hey, Miss Francisco, how you doing, honey? But you don't have to be perfect. That's not what we're here for. Everything is a learning process. No matter how it happens, whether it happens publicly, whether it happens in your own personal life, it's a growing pain. That's what I call it. But it's for a purpose. And sometimes in growing pains, you have to sit back and be quiet and just take in the process. Nothing good is going to come easy. Nothing good is going to come, you know, at the drop of a dime. You have to work hard for it. And sometimes working hard for it means being quiet. Being quiet. Because when you're quiet, the devil don't know what you're doing. When you're quiet, your enemies don't know what you're doing. So I have to be still and know that God is God. No matter what type of lies or no matter how people are trying to smear my name, I have to be still and know that God is God. And I also have to bring it in and realize who I am and not to allow anybody. And that's what I want y'all to, be encouraged about. Don't let anybody dictate to you who you are or how you choose to run your life. You hold that power to how you choose to run and live your life. Just because a person calls you something does not mean that you have to go out there and rebuttal and try to debunk it. No, 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 no. Let them say what they say. You remain you. You continue to do what you are supposed to do. Don't focus on what they're doing. Don't focus on what they're saying. And for some of us, it is easier than others. I'm not perfect. I'm not coming on here, like I've always done things right. I haven't. I've done some things that are wrong. I have allowed myself to get outside of myself as well. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter how they paint it. It's the fact that I allowed it to happen. And that right there will not happen again. I will turn this thing off before I'll allow myself to fall into the snares of the enemy. I can't allow that. I'm better than that. I'm greater than that. And I want everybody to know that if you feel and know that you're better and greater than that, then you need to walk in that. It doesn't matter what anybody has to say. You know who you are. Be still. A process is a process. A process doesn't happen rapidly. A process doesn't happen instantaneously. It's just that. It's a process. So what do you have to do in the process? You be still. You be quiet. And you know that God is God. And in doing that, you don't even have to say anything. You don't even have to fight back and do anything. God is going to do it for you. And it's going to blow your mind because sometimes he'll use the very person that you didn't expect for him to use to come through and validate you and to validate what it is that you have going on. You know? So I just want everyone to be at peace. You know, it's a lot of spiritual rampantness running crazy and a lot of spiritual warfare that's going on right now. And it's happening right before our eyes. Some of us see it. Some of us are blind. I believe all of us were blind at one time. But some of us are waking up. And demons can't take when you begin to wake up and you begin to see the truth and you begin to realize that I'm better than this, or I don't belong with this, or, you know, you just realize that there's something different and there's something greater about you. And that doesn't mean that you think that you're all of that in a bag of chips, but that just means that your morale is at a higher standard than some. And that's just where I stand. I have to stand on my morale. And the minute that I actually go off path or off track of who I am, that's a problem. So that is why I started this channel, because the main reason I came over here was to be a voice for the children. I started, you know, doing Bible studies and trying to, you know, help grown people, but I'm not going to do that anymore. I am going to be focusing on the ones who don't have a voice, children. And that's another thing. Leave these people, children, alone. I don't have to like you. I don't have to agree with you. But I would never endanger your child or pull your child into a grown person's situation or a grown person's beef. Leave these people, children, out of it. Two wrongs don't make a right. You can go back and forth with one another. That's grown people. But when you begin to involve the children, and I've always said this, even on my other channel, when you begin to involve the children, that's too far. That's too far. So all of this crazy stuff and that they doing that is going on online, it needs to stop. If it's entertainment, leave it just like that. Don't say it's entertainment, then get in your feelings, and then want to get the spinning stuff and get the pulling real life into it, because now it's no longer entertainment. It's real life. So I know who I am and I know my character, and I'm not going to allow anybody to dictate my actions or when I want to talk or when I want to respond to something. I won't be responding. I've said that. However, I could take what you're doing and pin it and project it as a message to my audience. I can do that. But I'm not responding. I'm allowing my fruits to speak for itself. I speak on peace. I speak on unity. And from time to time, I may have a little potty mouth here and there and get caught up in my little self and get to talk. I'm human. Peter was human and he walked right beside Jesus. Peter cursed. Peter even went so far to even put curses on people. I don't do that, but Pete did that. And not only that, Peter cut a man's ear off. And of course, Jesus scolded him for it. But I say that to say this. If God allowed, or Jesus allowed Peter to walk side by side with him, and he didn't condemn him, I'm not going to let none of y'all condemn me or the next person. It's not going to happen. Because everybody is entitled to being human at one time or another. That's why God allows it to happen. So he could show you this person ain't as perfect as you may have thought them to be. So don't never try to take nobody's stuff and spew it and spin it, because that's not what it is. So I just want everybody that's listening to this to be encouraged. Remain who you are. Remain positive. If you don't want to be with the rah-rah, you don't have to be with the rah-rah. You be with you. You be with yourself. You be with what's going to make you better. You be with what's going to help your character. Don't worry about what other people are doing, because God is still going to allow you to come out on top. If you just sit back and let God fight your battles. Don't put your hands in it. You don't even have to put your mouth in it. And with me, I'm going to work on putting my fingers in it, typing. Everything that's thought don't have to be typed. I'm learning that. A lot of times the unsaid is what matters. When you're quiet and when you're not saying anything and when you're peaceful, that works. I've always been peaceful. I've always been quiet. I've been a little petty too. I've been a little colorful and animated at times too. Who haven't? You name one content creator on here that's not a little animated, that's not a little extra from time to time, that don't get outside their character. God allows it to happen to show the viewers that they're human. So what makes me any different? What makes you any different? What makes the next person any different? Nothing. We're all humans. We're all put here to uplift one another, not pull one another down. I didn't come here for that. I won't be entertaining that. If anything, I will be being better. I will be doing better. And I will be being a light, not only until my people, but until myself and my kids and my family as well. Y'all can do what y'all want. Y'all can say whatever it is y'all want about me. And that's fine. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. But however, I hold my power. And can't nobody tell my story better than me. So I just want all of us to uplift one another, love one another, and no matter what, protect your spirituality and protect yourself by all means necessary. You guys be blessed. I hope I said something to encourage you guys. I hope I said something that touched you guys. And also I will be holding prayer meetings here as well. So anyone who needs prayer or wants prayer, you don't have to go into detail with me about what you need prayer about. You can just put some praying hand emojis down below this video, and I would definitely pray for you and your family. I may not call any names because I know people on here that's not, your real name, and you don't have to give me all that information either. I'm just going to touch and agree in prayer with you. So thank you guys for joining the Church Lady Reed Show. I hope that I definitely gave you some words of encouragement. I hope that I could be a better light and a better example to you guys. And I just definitely, want to have fun with you guys in the chats from time to time, but I gotta roll a little different. We all do. Somebody gotta be an example. So, I definitely love you guys and definitely want you to stay positive. You guys be blessed. Much love. One.